Looking at when Drew sadly passed away, a lot of wrestlers and a lot of big names in the British scene were saying just what a great guy he was, and he did help so many people.
Without a doubt, he did. He was the man who got me signed for the WWE, and I know numerous other people. He was the man he did the scouting for WWE for a number of years, and he got such great names as Sheamus, Wade Barrett, Drew Galloway, Drew McIntyre at WWE, myself, Paige. I'm sure there's a lot more, but he definitely helped a lot of people realize their dreams, and live a great life over in America, wrestling for the biggest wrestling company in the world. So he was not only was he a huge character himself and a big time wrestler, but also he gave back and he helped a lot of people very unselfishly to make it to the WWE and to realize their dreams, So just shows you the character of the man and what kind of person he was,
And talking about your time in the WWE, just how much did you enjoy it and how grateful were you to have that opportunity?
Oh, it was it was a dream come true, it absolutely was. It was moving over to America and, living the American lifestyle and sort of on top of that, being able to, do what I dreamt of on TV in front of millions of people every week and thousands of people in stadiums all over the world was a feeling that's hard to describe, to be in front of 20,000 people wrestling and just, wrestling names like John Cena and Randy Orton and Kane and Big Show and CM Punk and all these guys, some of the biggest names in wrestling history is almost impossible to describe, but, I loved absolutely every second of it, It was everything I dreamed of and more, and I would consider myself exceptionally lucky to have had such a wonderful experience,
I know you're wrestling now for a number of independent promotions. How are you finding that?
Yeah, it's a lot different, actually. I was just thinking that this morning because, you're lucky with WWE. It's a huge company, and, everything is sort of taken care of for you, If you're flying somewhere, they take care of that. If merchandise and all the shows that your schedule is lined up, and this morning I've been busy taking care of some merchandise stuff that I needed to do and organizing some flights that I'll be taking and making sure my schedule is where I want it to be and stuff, contacting promoters and stuff. So it's that to me that's the biggest difference. Wrestling is always wrestling, it's something that I love, and it's something that it's an art form, and I love to have people come along and enjoy the show, and the crowd are cheering and everything like that. So, but the biggest difference between then and now is there's a lot more on me personally to organise stuff.
And just looking at plans for the future, if the WWE or let's say Impact Wrestling offered you something, would you consider it?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I'd be sort of crazy not to, But more recently, it's kind of been quite a whirlwind. I've been enjoying traveling the world really recently. 2 weeks ago, I was in Doha in Qatar. That was a fun experience. There was a big show with some big names on it, and just before that, I was in Japan. I'm going to Germany in 2 weeks, and I'll be going to France, and back to America. Then I think I'm going back to Japan. So right now my schedule is pretty busy. It's kind of non-stop. Sometimes I don't get a chance to think, but obviously Impact Wrestling, they're a great company, and obviously WWE, if something were to happen there, absolutely, they're the biggest wrestling company in the world, and I had 4 fantastic years there, so yeah, the door's 100% open to any offers, really,
And during your time in the WWE, are there friends that you made there that you still keep in contact to today?
Yeah, well, that's a good thing about wrestling, when we're in the ring, even though it is entertainment, we give our all, and, it's kind of a bonding experience, and you obviously travel with a lot of guys, and you get to know all the guys, and I was lucky to make a lot of good friends, and, as you travel the world and they're busy as well, you kind of lose touch with them. I got some good friends like Neville, who just debuted, who's an English lad from Newcastle who's going to be a big star. Rusev, the big Russian guy, we wrestled with each other a lot. I've got, Curtis Axel is a good friend of mine. Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns, even, I wouldn't say he was a close friend, but, I'd consider him a friend. If I saw him in the street, I'd obviously stop and talk to him, Daniel Bryan. A lot of these guys that are on TV now, I kind of came up through the ranks with them, A few of these guys, I remember them the day they started and stuff. So, it's great to see them make such a big impact on the wrestling world. And, they're doing phenomenally well right